So I started going back through some documents I have. Now, I keep journals in different versions of stuff, right? I have it in handwritten form, writing on the computer stuff. What's usually your best form of doing it, Doug?
These days now, because especially right now, because my neuropathy in my fingers through chemotherapy, my handwriting has gotten worse and worse. And I need to be able to get my thoughts down as fast as I think them. So I still type. And that's probably the best way for me on the computer. Just open up a blank Word document and just start going from there. And it's nice because my brain and fingers can still keep up with each other for the most part. Writing longhand gets any more exhausting for me.
I understand that. I do. I do think that there's something like for me, there's something that would happen. I'm sure that you've discovered in the past. There is something about the tactile version of it when you're obviously not dealing with challenges like you're dealing with pen to paper. There's something of the action of doing that. How would you be? You don't do any sort of digital pens or anything like that? Have you ever experimented with that in the past? Not yet.
No, there's a lot of Apple products that do that well. I don't own any Apple products,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. I started doing it. I haven't done it recently, but my son has an iPad and I ended up getting an Apple Pen, which is kind of helpful. Like there is stuff that you can like literally write on and go, "Oh, wow, this is it's not the same feeling as paper, but it is kind of cool to be able to quickly jot stuff down and it does do a very good job of capturing it." Um, it's something that I've started to do too. And again, I'm just going to share my experience here. Nobody has to follow exactly what I do, but um, oddly enough, I've been using some of social media as part of a journal. I'm not saying to be totally transparent with stuff, right?
yes.
But especially as it's been very interesting for me going back and revisiting X, Twitter, because realizing like, oh yeah, this is a place where you can just capture brief thoughts and it sort of challenges you to go, hey, you need to do it in a truncated
Mm.
space, right? So it's a good way to sort of practice some stuff. But part of the thing I've been doing as I've been practicing some of those things is I love using, first of all, voice to text stuff has just been so amazing lately. And there is an app that I use which is called Notion, which is sort of a version of it's kind of like a shared database thing that you can use. There's different versions of this, whether it's Notion or whether it's Evernote, or it could even be notes that are on your phone, Android or iPhone device. But I will tell you, I do find myself when something quick comes to me, I sure do love hitting that voice to text option and hitting that thing to just kind of quickly gather a couple things. I'll tell you when that helps me is when I'm on a walk. If
Mm.
I'm on a walk somewhere and I want to kind of keep walking to be able to hit a few things, and once in a while I might even hit the audio record so I can grab some of those thoughts and then maybe transcribe it later. But boy, I sure do love voice to text stuff that happens.